Hello, everyone. Good day again, and welcome to One Global Movement Give to the Max. Thank you guys so much for being here before me. I'm a little late. Thank you guys so much. I can see our beautiful sister Melanie is in the chat. If you want to join me on stage, Melanie, that would be good too. Otherwise, the chat is still fine. I see our managing director is already here. Deborah, Cynthia, and everyone that is here. Thank you guys so much for the amazing work that you've been doing today. This is the last time for the day. It closes at 12 midnight, and I decided that, hey, it's once in a blue moon thing, an opportunity. So we'll do it twice, three times today, actually. And we are here. So thank you guys so much. Give to the max. This is something that was introduced to me by one of my mentors for the very first time, and it is working. I highly appreciate each and every one of you here because we are here for the same reason. We are here to give to the max and giving from our hearts because we want to be able to help children, women, and young people, especially those that cannot help themselves, right? We want to be able to give opportunities, equal opportunity for young people and children and women. And so our vision is very clear. We want to build a world where every child learns, every family eats, and every dream rises through action and love that transforms communities and generations. And our mission statement is also clear. Our mission is to defeat hunger, illiteracy, and poverty by doing with action and love, always with action and love, planting seeds of prosperity, empowering women and youth, and awakening purpose driven leaders who build generational wealth and global transformation. I want to thank each and every one of you here that has contributed. And contribution, I know that things are tight, especially during this time of the year, where some people, especially us in North America, we are preparing for Christmas. And others, they can't even have because of one reason or the other. We certainly understand. And don't feel bad, don't feel guilty if you cannot do it today. But today was chosen as a very big day all over Minnesota here and the world. But if you can't do it today, that's fine. Tomorrow is another day. And you might not be able to do it through Give to the Max. I still have to find out if it's going to continue or it's going to end today. If you can't do it through Give to the Max, you can do it through us. The managing director is there. We have all the powerful ladies of the panel. They're there. The two Melanies, Sister Yvonne Finn, Sister Esther, me, Sister Sharon Gray. We are here, and Ledega. We are here, so you can also do it through us. And so, why are we here? We are doing with action to reinforce One Global Movement's practical hands-on mission. Things that we do, we don't just talk, we do. And we want to love, preserve the heart, compassion, and divine inspiration behind our work. And it strengthens One Global Movement's identity as both a movement and a ministry of impact. So that's why we're here. We don't want to watch for 1 minute or 1 second a child going hungry because the parents or the mother is unable to provide food for that child. We don't want to see a child that is unable to read and write. That's why we have taken upon ourselves to make sure that a book is placed in the hands of every single child. One of the One Global Movement senior ambassadors has written children's book too, that we encourage everyone to buy. All the proceeds from the book goes to support One Global Movement. Let me send our sister Melanie in. Welcome, sister. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So we want to be able to make sure that every child reads by placing a book or two. If you don't have children in your home, just buy a book and give it to a child as a gift. So that you don't know, you never know what that book can do. It can be like a route of escape for that child. Because when you learn to read, you learn to do. That is very, very important. And so to give to the max is to support one global movement's mission and vision in the world. This November, we ask you, each and every one, today or later, to open your heart to a movement that exists to restore dignity, justice, and opportunity, food justice, educational justice, or empowerment and wealth, economic empowerment, justice. Very important. Teaching the forgotten, empowering single mothers, and raising young leaders who will transform their families for generations to come, one person at a time. So your gift today does more than help. It's not just helping. It nourishes a child holistically, not just physical food. It educates the child's mind, and it lifts a mother. It also plants seeds of prosperity and generational wealth. It changes the whole world, one life at a time. So when you give to the max, you're giving to one global movement. You are not donating. You are planting hope. You're not just donating. Say, let me just donate. No, you're planting hope because the spirits and the charisma and momentum that you take to put into that gift that you're giving, whether it is $1, when you go on the website for Give to the Max, it might not, it might be the least amount is $25, but it doesn't end there. We are here. We will put other links out there that even if it is 50 cents, if that is what God puts in your heart to give at that time, it's okay because we're going to continue every year. Even if we raise, say, 10 million today, I don't think 10 million is going to be able to help all the children and the women in the world. So we're going to keep doing it, but also taking action in ways that will help us to be able to raise money to continue to do the work that God has put in our heart to do. So when you give to one global movement, you are not donating, you are planting seeds of hope in everyone. So Sister Melanie, if you can, I don't know if you can put, okay, oh, the managing director is there already anyway. Oh, he's putting the link already. So back to you. I'll roll the ball over to you, Sister Melanie.
Yes, you're saying if I can share the link. I did share it to a few people, and there's one person so far, as far as I can see, that I brought in. That came in. Sorry.
Oh, who is that?
Cynthia Daring.
Oh, Cynthia.
Yeah.
Daring. You're
Yes,
daring, Cynthia. Thank you.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Isabel's supposed to come on, but I don't think she's ready yet. But anyhow, giving is essential in this time in our life. When we give, we pour out our heart. We are not just, as you said, we are not just planting the seed. We are giving the love, as it's stated in your mission here. The love we receive connections, right?
Mhm.
When we do sow the seeds, we give hope, we gain strength together because it's a body, right? It's a circle.
Yep.
So every dollar circles around, and the love is infectious.
Yep.
It catches on because people know that they're cared for, especially the children and the youths.
Mhm.
They're cared for, and they're loved, right?
Yep.
Because sometimes we think is the mass amount that we give. Sometimes the little that we give from our heart, the
Yeah.
little that we give, we don't know how far it extends, how far it goes, right?
Mhm.
And also too, there are things like when we give, we get in return. We don't have to look for a $5 in return, $10 in return, but we never know where our blessing comes from when we give, when we open that heart, pour out to others.
Yes.
Because remember, we are one circle of family, a circle of friends. We are under an umbrella in this life. The globe seems big, but it's very small in the eyes of the beholder, as it says.
Mhm.
So whenever we are together and whenever we share the blessings that we have, right? It comes around and it goes around in a different way it extends.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So for example, I'll give an example. I do something for a particular country. It's a big population. And the
Mm-hmm.
children, it's circling around children, Christmas time, $25
There you go.
is not only mine, but when it's joined with others, I was sent pictures of the kids having fun. You see them at this long table and they were being served. And it puts a smile on your face knowing that these
Yes.
children are fed. And
Yeah.
these people are thankful that you have done. I don't need to say what I'm doing, but it's something that I've been doing for a while. It's not like now,
Mm-hmm.
and other things that I have done when it comes to charity for children, So whenever we do something, we think we are not if affecting people, it does touch them,
Yes.
and they'll remember the things that you've done,
Yep.
you know.
That's so
So I
so
just want
true.
to share.
So true. And the smiles, the love, the hugs. We always remember there are some kids that since they were born nobody ever told them I love you. And a lot of times it's not about money, but money can get us to buy those things that those kids really need, you know. And we can use money to invest and do other things that will be very impactful. And we ask that you share. When you share when you get the link, post it all over. Share to 5 people, just 5. And don't let make sure you ask those 5 to share to 5 people. The other 5 ask the other 5. Before you know, it's not about making an announcement or posting ads. Before you know, the whole world will be affected. And sometimes in the place where you don't have, because it is true, some people don't have, or maybe you didn't have at that moment. What can you do, especially during this time in the world, to just help one child, one young person or one family? That is all we are talking about, and you're doing with that love that truly comes from your soul. Because remember, the energy we send out is exactly the same energy we're going to get back. And like you just said a little while ago, that you never know, you never know who is going to give you a return or a reward on what you have given. God sees it. God reads your heart. God knows. And those returns will always come in a lot of ways. And that's why I always say somebody like me, now we are conversing in the presence of great men and women that I never knew that I would ever meet in my life. But hey, here we are today. Everything happens for a good reason. So a child's hunger and when your heart says yes, yes, when you say yes, guess what? That yes has been registered in divine places. So give to the marks and support one global movement today and to continue to move forward. What if a gift today becomes the reason a child eats, the reason a child reads, or a child dreams for tomorrow? What if that happens? Give to the Max is giving to one global movement. And it's an opportunity that I never knew that it existed. It's been there for more than 10 years. So they always help non-profit, especially emerging non-profit like our own here. So leaders are not born, they are supported. Because if we all are leaders in our own capacity, but if you're not supported, you cannot flourish, especially a child that is born a natural leader. But if we do not develop that spark in that child cannot grow up to be a good leader. And so your gift creates a purpose driven leadership around the world. So giving today is so powerful. And not just today, for tomorrow. We always say today, if you go to the internet, say today, you read it tomorrow, it still says today. That means every day is today. Every day is today. We have to continue to do because sadly so what is going on around the world is not looking good, and those that end up suffering the most are women and children. So let us help, because as you and I are here today, this evening, we're talking. There are children that are sleeping right now. They can't even sleep because their tummies are they are aching. They didn't eat. They did not eat, but you and I have eaten at least twice today, because I have eaten twice today. And so If we want a better world, we must first invest in better lives. If we want a better world, we must first invest in better lives. So this is very, very important for all of us here. So, sister, if you want to cut in or anything you want to say, let's just keep going back and forth. Thank you.
Okay. The people in the chat and
Mhm.
people who are listening, I just want to share. I always like to give example from myself. Last year I went through a little drought. Okay. I did not talk about it, but I cried about it in secret. And there's one person who knows. All right. So I'll cut it short by saying, if I did not have people, I did not ask, I did not beg, but I was talking about when they ask, how am I doing? I was trying to hide it, but I could not because I think I was left in hunger, that type of thing, whilst
Mhm.
waiting for an insurance, right?
Mhm.
That I work hard for. So in the meantime, if I was not fed, because they said a hungry man is an angry man.
Yes.
And it was kind of draining me because I had nothing until that person brought something. It's almost like they knew. One person came by to visit. She brought me a box or something. It's like they put the groceries together. My sister came. She brought me a different type, and I'm saying, "How did you guys know that I needed those?" You
Mhm.
know. So
Mhm.
I can imagine when a child, a family, does not have anything to eat, or they're maybe making the same type of thing every day, like maybe with flour, maybe drinking water. Imagine,
Mhm.
the state of the mind or the state of the body. The water is healthy, but you need nourishment.
Yep, that's right.
So I'm just saying to everybody in here, whoever is there who's listening, let us give $5, $10, they multiply and they go far. The wind can take them very far,
Yep.
and it can feed the masses or some of the masses. You
Yes.
would not imagine how far that $5 could circulate, how far it can go. I'm
Yes.
saying five, but that doesn't mean it's five. But I'm just saying,
Yes,
yeah,
certainly. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my
you're
beautiful
welcome.
sister. And that is so true. That is so true. And we all are here. We are learning together from today. And we're going to come out. The managing director is listening. And we had discussed a lot of ways before. You brought up a lot of ideas, just like our other sisters. They brought up wonderful ideas on how we can do this. Our goal here in One Global Movement, especially as we are building the website and also writing, we wrote the magazine. We just have to proofread it, and so that I can go through all of us here to see what ideas we can put in that magazine. That magazine we're going to use to reach 10 million people. We can do that. 9, 10, 12 of us here, we can do that. Just $1 a month for those magazines. I bet you there'll be a lot of people that will want to donate. And so that we can move faster. Life, hunger does not wait to ravish a child. A child is sitting there watching others go to school, but they are not going to school. It's up to us, the parents, the caregivers, and the adults around these children to think and say, what can I do? What can I give to help this child? Giving love so we can feed a family, we can send a child to school, we can empower a mother, we can build a leader, we can break the circle of poverty. There are so many ways we can do that. We can reduce the amount of clothing that we have, because sometimes we even have too much and then we don't even know what to do with. I had to deviate from that attitude of having too many clothes, and ever since I've been happy because I repeat my clothes and I'm still happy because I know now that I can then take those resources and channel it to somebody, that a child that needs it the most, and we can spark generational wealth. So we got to do something today. Give to the max. Today is the D-Day, so let us donate. The links are right here in the chat. Let me pull there you go. That is the link. Please, let's do something. And if you cannot do it today, we're going to continue. We'll take this momentum from Give to the Max and we continue here in One Global Movement. So every day, millions of women we see, children and young people are fighting battles against hunger. And when we talk about hunger here, it's not just the physical food to eat. Because when you give a child food to eat, You want to make sure that you're giving that child, like Sister Melanie said, not just water to drink. That water cannot nourish that child. You want to make sure that you are giving that child food that will nourish that child. Because when you nourish that child holistically, you have nourished that child psychologically, you have nourished that child emotionally, and that child will begin to prosper. So every day, millions of women and children and young people are fighting battles of hunger, lack of education, and deep rooted poverty. But through one global movement, they don't have to fight alone. They don't have to fight alone because you and I, all of us are here. We have decided to come together to do this. We cannot wait because we don't even know what tomorrow brings to us. We don't. If God gives us the breath to wake up from sleep today, we want to be able to utilize this moment for the betterment of humanity because we don't know tomorrow. We don't know tomorrow. So let us feed families facing hunger. Let us provide literacy and learning opportunities, empower women to start small businesses, plant seeds to start small business, plant seeds of generational wealth and build leaders who will transform nations. When we talk about literacy, I always emphasize on this because the way the school system goes, it doesn't satisfy everybody. It's like some people belong and some are not. We're saying here, teach, enroll a child to learn a skill, learn something, not just to go to school to read books and come and put on a tie to stay in an office and say, oh, I am highly educated, not just to get those certifications. Those certifications are nothing without your love and your heart, without the heart to say, I have to use my knowledge to help somebody. Give to the max is giving to one global movement. So let us love and let us lead the way like we are doing here. So that let generosity open the door. Generosity doesn't just mean you are giving. You're giving, you're donating to create an impact, not just donating. So let hope rise through you, through me, and through all of us here. So I'm really grateful that you guys are here doing this together. Over to you, my beautiful Melanie.
Thank you, my beautiful sister. Okay. Um, yeah, you know what? Seriously speaking, we have a lot, here in the like in the States and in Canada
Mhm,
and, other parts of the world that who can donate. I'm pretty sure there's other people from other parts who are probably listening right now. Like I said, I saw a picture this morning and it touched my heart. Not a video actually,
mhm,
but it turned out to be a good story. That's example. I'm just telling people like it is, like I'm seeing. It's a young white woman who took a little black boy. He
mhm,
looked like, when the little birds are born and they're waiting for the food and they look so megly.
mhm.
The boy was that tiny, you
Okay.
know?
Mhm,
So she started feeding him with water, naked water,
mhm,
and he looks like feeble. He's ready to fall off. Guess what?
mhm.
She took that child in, and this young man, this little kid she nourished, became a lawyer.
Oh,
And I sat there and I reading the story. I say, wow, such a sweet story.
very
She
sweet.
just met him. I think he was on the street or somewhere in a corner, and then she started feeding him, and there goes, took him in, and he became a lawyer. So had she neglected that child and say, okay, you can stay here and rot and die or whatever,
Mhm,
guess what? That child will be fed to the vultures, and things like that. But
mhm.
she decided to do the humankind thing. So if each of us practice humankind, you know,
Yep. Certainly. Certainly. That's such a beautiful story. And there are so many stories in the world. If we can just pour out our hearts and really look well beyond just the physical realm, if we really look with our inner mind's eye, we are going to see a lot of people. When you see a child begging on the streets and you turn your face and look the other way and walk away, guess what? you are a contributor, even worse than that child. So we need to take a look, but taking a look, making sure that we are safe, because if you're not safe, you cannot help anybody. And so when you talk about that beautiful story, now I think about the story of my auntie who passed. When I was in university in Cameroon, my auntie knew me for being very economical, very frugal with money, because I know my background, you know. And so she was working in a pharmacy. She always give me money, say, you keep this money. And she will always help me with a lot of money. 10,000 francs is a lot of money. That is $20. That's a lot of money from where I come from in those days, but not now anymore, you know. So I will keep that money in my post office account. She says, since the village has united to sell their land and other things to send you abroad to further your education, you hold this money. So when you go, we'll do things together so that we can help the entire village. That was her thinking, But as I came here, the money was still in my post office account, and all of a sudden she passed. She passed. It's a sad story, but it has a happy ending. She passed and left behind two little girls. And one of the lawyers in Cameroon from the family took that little girl, the last born, but the other one, she couldn't do anything. The other one passed for some reason, but she took the other little one and educated her. She's now a lawyer, a
Wow.
lawyer. And now she is helping other people too. And so we have a lot of these stories, but it starts by just planting a little seed. Don't minimize it, because it's you who knows yourself, and you know what God has put in your heart. Don't say, oh, this $1 is too small. $1 is not small. That $1 can be magnified if you give it with love and dignity. It can be magnified. God performs miracle and magnifies things in different ways. So every child deserves a chance to dream. Every child deserves a chance to dream. Everyone deserves the the dignity of opportunity. Every young person deserves a future filled with possibilities. Let me see if somebody's trying to come in here. Okay. Okay.
Hello.
Uh,
Hello.
hey,
Hello,
Nan.
Dr. Mandy. This is
Okay, welcome, Nancy. I don't see your face. I'm like, wait, is she
So
talking?
Nancy,
Thank you so much, Queen Nancy, for being here. We highly appreciate you. I was looking to see your face. So, someone is standing today as we speak at the edge of hunger, fear, fear or lack, waiting for a breach of compassion. And you and I, all of us here, are those bridges of compassion that God has put in place. Nothing happens without a reason, because I did not sit in Cameroon, or you sat in Canada or the island or in the United States and even think that someday we're going to unite like this with the
exactly.
same purpose, because we are here, we are united in the same purpose. But it happened that way. Who can say it's not a miracle or the hand of the creator? Because I believe in that a lot. And so you are that bridge. I am that bridge. We are those bridges. Your gift makes education possible for a child. Your gift put food on the table, put beyond food on the tables around the world, and stores dignity to families around the globe. This is very, very important. Every dollar is a pencil rewriting someone's story. When I used to go to school, I was really a lucky child, that I will have my all the long pencils, very long pencil like this one. But I will be going to school with kids that did not have a pencil, and they were admiring. What I usually do is I will break this pencil into two, and then the eraser here, I would kind of bite this. We didn't care whether the saliva was on there or not. And then I give it, and then I have half of the eraser. And then we sharpen the other pencil with a razor blade, not even a sharpener.
Yes.
And it works. It works. And we all are happy. Not to say, oh, look at me, I have, or you are poor, or you are this. No, it's about sharing. And sharing is caring. It's not about charity. It's about charity. I'm borrowing this term from one very good lady that is doing the same course. It's called Valence. I did my research and I saw her. Valence. She's from Sierra Leone, and she is a German African mix from Sierra Leone. Took in 21 boys, young boys that were eating from the garbage on the streets. You know how street life is. It has to take a lot of grit, a lot of resilience, a lot of something for children to live on the street because they are fighting for their dear lives. They are fighting to eat. Sometimes they kill one another. She took in 21 boys, little boys, and start educating them, changing their mindset. And then she set out to be on a gold hunt because Sierra Leone is very rich in gold. And now she has attended some of the world's exhibitions because of the art and craft that she taught those young boys. They has the skill. They themselves build their things without people even teaching them. Some of them now are lawyers. Some of them now are educators. A lot of things. That is exactly what we are talking about here. Because don't never you minimize what you give somebody. What you give somebody, pour out your heart into what you give somebody. God will magnify that gift and it becomes something. And that is what we are nurturing here, that we're going to start, set a goal, 10 million at first. And then we start getting to that 10 million in one way or the other. And all the proceeds here, we're going to talk about all the proceeds here because I believe in transparency. What are we doing with all the proceeds here? What can we start? Something like the t-shirts. We start taking orders for t-shirts before we go and print them. We distribute them. We raise the money and then we keep moving. We keep moving ahead. So this is very important. We already have one of the senior One Global Movement volunteers wrote 2 books for children to raise that money. So this is very, very important. A family breaks free from generation of poverty if we come together to do what we are doing here today. Together we are building the hope and dreams with action and love. Sister, thank you so much. Your turn.
Oh my God, this is an exciting subject. See, I said I might not come on, I might come on, but then I said, I might as well go on because I had a feeling you'd be alone on there. Sister Nancy, Sister Nancy dropped off.
Yeah,
She's gone.
maybe the internet is a problem.
Internet, yes. But this is the truth though. This is the uttermost truth in this life. We are connected. And when I'll bring Ashi's name, right? Because
Mhm.
I'm thankful he brought us all together.
That's
Right?
right. That's right.
So when I first went on, Jeffrey and I spoke because he was the person who brought me in. So one time he was asking me what I think. So I said to him, one thing that touches my heart, and I feel shivers inside because when I say it from the heart,
Mhm.
is how the part, we're not talking biblical, but the part in the Bible, when you said a while ago, it is divine connection. It says, go out and reach to the uttermost parts of the world. In
Mhm.
Samaria, and help me out there, Samaria and the uttermost parts of the world. We did not have to take backpacks like people do. We can still do that, but we
Mhm.
don't have to necessarily take a backpack
Mhm.
and go this place of the globe or that place. We are
Mhm.
here doing it together. So look what happened. We were brought here together for the humankind efforts. We were
Yes.
brought here together to share in humanity. And I am all about humanity. If you go to my YouTube videos, it's not like now I'm doing it. I have started the human thing and I bring in pictures of people who are on the street, who are poor,
Mhm.
naked, not naked, naked, but you know what I mean,
Mhm.
homeless. And the more I bring these things together, the more I think of, even if I am not in a mansion, but I'm fortunate.
Mhm.
I am fortunate because sometimes I get off the bus and I'll see people with children. And that only has started happening after COVID.
Mhm.
Children lining up in the bus area under shelter, and that's where they sleep. Their buggies full of things. And these are people with homes.
Yes.
Buggies full, their children are on their lap or lying on the some thick blankets or whatever, comforters. And I'm
Mhm.
saying it doesn't have to be like that. The world has riches. The world is filled with stuff, you know, because of man's greed, it's hidden, but it's there.
It
So
is.
why do we have to keep silent and not come forward and do something? And I
Um,
know many people have already started doing something, but we need to do more.
there you go. Yes.
And, you know, another thing I noticed too after COVID, actually, yes, when they let us out of the cage, because we were caged, I saw people leaning down everywhere on the street. They just clear out whatever they see, whether it's a piece of paper, and they kneel to help each other to extend. Why can't we continue doing it now? We have to wait for a catastrophe for us to get together and do something. We do it now from the depths of our heart. We just pour it out, whatever we have, whatever it is, people, $10, $20, whatever it is, let's give.
And are we going
Let's
to, so yeah, let's give, and we're going to really compel ourselves, because if we were not given, you and I would not be here. We will
yeah.
not be strong. We will not be progressive. We will not be smiling. We are so healthy. What about those that don't have that chance? Maybe because the parents passed, maybe because the parents are sick, maybe because of senseless wars that are being fought. We see it every day. Let us not pretend like we don't see. There are better ways we can do things. There are better ways that we can give. Let us give with compassion. Let us give with empathy. Let us give with love. There is something, the moment you say yes to giving, something begins to build up, that yes will become tangible things that you can actually give. But giving comes from the heart, just like any other thing. The moment you tell yourself, I am going to give, because somebody also paid the way forward. About 5 years ago, like women or any other woman out there, I went into the store to quickly pick up just one thing. And I didn't go with my wallet, because I know that if I go with my wallet, I'll be tempted to buy more. But guess what? As a mother, you don't just go and say, okay, I'm going to buy this thing. The moment you go, you see, you say, oh, I forgot. I will take this. I ended up picking about 3 or 4 items. And I paid, but I was lacking in a few cents. Okay. I asked the person to put one back, the cashier. But one person was really behind me. That lady said, no, I will pay the rest. That lady paid me. And I said, can I take your phone number, please? I was going to text or do something, But the lady said, no, just pass it forward, give it forward, okay? And this is true. And so One Global Movement, one of the activities that One Global Movement does, which this year is not going to be possible because we need those resources, is to put money on a gift card, or go to the gas station, get a gift card, put some amount of money on there, and leave it there for single mothers and young people that are struggling. And it so happened that in one of the gas stations closer to us here, there were three young men working there, very young. The two were 17, the other one was 16. And I like to strike a conversation. And one of them, him and I ended up crying, okay, because of his story. And I said, you should be the first person to feel your tongue. Those are the kind of thing, when you do that, that changes something in somebody's life. Genuinely, when you do that. Sometimes, like, I come from a culture like the Ubuntu culture, and I know that most of us are, and we were created that way. Like during Thanksgiving, Christmas, or just at the beginning of the year for a new year or harvesting season or whatever, we buy bags of salt. We want to make sure that we buy in that community to uplift businesses, not to buy and mail. And then we buy savon, soap to wash clothes right from that community, because they produce those things. And we buy stock cube or Maggie right from that community. So now we distribute them. Do you know a bag of salt, though they can use it for 1 year, and now they'll save those resources to do other things for their families? These are the kind of things that we are talking about here. We're talking about smiles in a bag. Smiles in a bag. We put things in a bag that will make those children to smile when they open those backpacks. They really actually smile, because that's what happens. I have donated backpacks, but I bought things also in that community. I bought the backpacks from here, shipped them home, went home, put those things in there. When I put them, I also make sure that I put a sucker, not to encourage them to eat sweet things, but at least let them get a taste of something. You should come and see, even mothers, they wanted their own backpacks as well. And they were dancing in a circle like children. This is the kind of thing we're talking about. Like you say, we are fortunate to have this internet, but someday we want to be able to go right to those schools, go with our cooks, go with our musicians, go so that we can set up something there. We really sit and eat like a global family to make those children and those families know that we care. We don't just say it, we care, and it is coming. And I think Give to the Max is the starting point. So when we walk together, we know that no one walks alone. No one walks alone. And when we give together, the whole world will rise. And so together we are planting hope here. Together we are lifting children. We are lifting children and young people. Together we break circles of hunger, illiteracy, and poverty. Together we unlock dreams. A lot of kids, their dreams are sitting in them and really bothering them because there is no way for those dreams to get out of their system. And you see a child start misbehaving because we don't understand. We don't know that this child is crying out for something. That behavior results into different things. But when we give, when we try to give even the smallest thing, God magnifies it and things will happen. So together we will build the future for every child, every young person, and every woman. Yes, we are doing it. Thank you so much.
It's doable.
It is. It is possible. So, sister, if you have anything, you can go ahead. Otherwise, we can round up here and we will sit down as a family to try to figure out other ways that we can continue to give, even if it is $1 a month. That will help. Even if it's $1 a month, that will help. Remember, you can, some of us, we can pick even more than $1 from the streets and still give it. And that is something. Okay. And so, sister, if you have anything, go ahead and say it, and then we can round up here
Yeah.
and call it a day.
Yeah. And I know it's about money tonight. And I mean, for the rest of the time, you're going to be on the platform, Sister Yvonne. But along with the money, I mean, think of the nakedness, the homelessness, right? And the shoeless. Well, nakedness is part, lacking shoes is part of nakedness, right? Um, you talk about the smiles in the bag, and well, we all have to come together with the charities we have and then do something. So if those who are here think about things that we can put together, new things, or maybe even things that somebody have bought, like for a child, but it's too small for that other child. Let's give it together, and along with the money, let's start doing something like, as you said, the smiles in a bag or smiles in a box. Because when I look at my side, I thought it was bag.
Oh, yours was the box.
It says bag and box because I
That's
had
good
five.
though. Isn't that beautiful? Mine is smiles in a bag, and can
Yeah,
you have
I
those
had.
ideas, the same ideas together?
Yeah, I went to renew. I was saying that to someone. I went to renew at GoDaddy. When I looked, smilesinabag.org, smilesinabox.com, five of them, and then, but I didn't renew all five. I just chose two of them.
Okay.
So yeah, smiles in a box, smiles in a bag. So whichever one, it doesn't matter. Anyhow, what I was saying is like we can do that together. And I don't know if in your where you come from, Stephen, Cameroon, they have barrel posting.
They have what?
Barrels. You know,
Oh,
the
yes.
barrels,
Yes.
food graded barrels or closed barrels.
Yes, we
So
do.
all
I sometimes I buy those barrels and ship home too.
right. So all these things we can do, like, if how many hands come together, 16 people can create maybe 16 barrels.
We can do that.
Think of a community getting, or maybe one or two communities getting those things. And sometimes you can get some nice little dresses at the end of season, summer season, because some places are hot, right?
Yes.
And the little things that you would buy to put in there, you would imagine what it can do to other children, or the smile again, smiles on their faces,
Mhm.
along with giving them that money, or maybe not giving them the money, but giving the money to someone to prepare maybe a soup kitchen, do something,
Yes,
different things.
certainly true. You know, it's so beautiful how we can just think, have the same ideas, and we can implement them differently. Because like these backpacks, when we come together, it's easy to ship backpacks out of state or out of the country. We put little money, we put those things there. If we put backpacks, we put some shoes in there, we put some writing materials in there. I bet you those kids will be very, very happy. You know, I was thinking there used to be, when I first came to the United States, there used to be a place called Dig and Save. It's called Diggers, and they brought very good things, brand new things. I bought a huge suitcase, not just one, about two suitcases. I filled them up to the brim, and I sent them home. Within the very first months that I came here, that was where I used to go and spend my time. Guess what? Those things went fast. And then later, I started going to garage sales to buy baby clothings, beautiful baby clothings, to send to the hospital in my village, Mbengwi, in Cameroon, to help. And to make sure that if I bought something, say, for 50 cents, they can pay 1 cent and still have it. That is helping, because you don't want to create the spirit of dependency. But in certain situations, you just have to do that for free, so that you can get them up to a certain point. So now, one of my the One Global Movement volunteer, who is a friend from Wisconsin, came with a husband to help during the harvesting season.
Uh,
And so they told me about a place like that in Wisconsin, because we no longer have it here. And I said, I will go there, and I will go with the One Global Movement tax identification to show that we are nonprofit. And
yes,
then I was thinking about a mall here that they used to come and buy those kind of. The mall is empty after COVID. Buildings are empty, businesses are
yes,
gone, and people are
lots.
looking for things to buy. And I said, I would try. If that is the case, I will keep buying, buying, and keeping. Then after some time, I go and rent a space there. And I continue to do that, so that even when you donate some of the things, instead of just some of the things cannot just be given to children like that, we sell them, take the money, and then continue to help, right? So that, for instance, if they donate like farm machines, we can ship farm machines, and what do? We sell them, and then we use the proceeds to do other important things with that. So it's all about thinking, what can we do with what we have right now at this moment, right? Yeah,
Yes.
certainly.
Yeah.
Wow.
You talk about the shop. We have what is called Crazy Beans. Crazy Beans is in the States as well, but I don't know how many states have it.
What is
It's
crazy beans?
Crazy Beans is leftovers from Amazon, and these
Um,
high-end products, but they're like $5, $2, and you should see they have a it's a ticket time. When I went to Alberta to visit my daughter, we went there a couple of times. Crazy and nice things,
mhm.
beautiful things, $5, $2, 10.
Wow.
So they have a time, they open 3 times a day. So you line up, and they have they have the things, the tips.
Mhm.
So then they cut the ribbon and say, go. And you should see people are rushing to buy some really sweet things. So
Wow.
that is a place. I came to a party where my daughter and I saw it first, but then she grabbed it. It's a set of 10 ladies' tights, 10 together for guess how much? $10.
Uh,
New.
one
10.
dollar each.
10 of them in a bundle for 10, 10 of them
And
for
you can take that and
$10.
sell one for $2. Now you make 100% gain.
You
Isn't
sell
that?
one for
That's how
five
we
bucks.
raise
Yeah.
things. Garage I used to do garage sale to raise money for this One Global Movement, because at the end of the year, I
Yeah.
used to just send money home. Some of the things that I used to send, I sell some of them. I still have leftovers. When I go out, like we talked before, you see a sneakers. They're very good sneakers. Maybe they're $2, $3. You just buy and come and keep.
Yes.
Or when you can help a child. So it's a crazy bean. Like bean, you spell it Bins.
BIN. And then crazy is Krazzy. We have it. I
Is
just learned that I have it in my city. I didn't even know. We have two.
Krazzy. Okay.
ZY, right.
I will research on it. And if you have any other places like that, let me know because we are in
Okay.
North America. They might parallel other places too, so we can
Yeah, they
research.
have them in the States. Somebody told me it's somewhere. I don't know how many states have them, but they have it in the States. The same crazy
I might
birds.
have to ask ChatGPT too that if there are some
Mm.
other ones that are like this, ChatGPT will bring the names out
Yeah.
too.
And you
Yes.
can get things like electronics, good stuff. You get things like the gates, those little lights, the overhead lights on the gates, on the gate tops, like posts,
Hmm.
right in the backyard and thing. They have all these things like a whole pack. Good stuff for
You see.
next to nothing. That is after their inventory.
Mhm.
Whatever is left over, they just ship it to there.
You see,
And
even this dollar store, those are the kind of things that you can make a dollar store from those kind of things. You see
yeah,
that? You create your own kind of dollar store. And that is money that you're helping the community, and they're buying very cheap, but they're quality. They are not raggedy
yeah,
things. They're not things that are torn. So that is, thank you so much for always bringing those beautiful ideas here.
welcome.
So hunger steals potential. We all know that. That we can never ever overemphasize on this. Hunger steals potential. Like you said a little while ago, a hungry man is an angry man. A hungry child is an angry child. You don't want to tell a child go do this when you know that that child has not eaten. And we all can come together and help a child to eat. We all can come together to volunteer, even in one global movement. So in the future, we want to try to create gardens all over where all of some of us are living. And it's beautiful that we don't live in one place. We can come to Canada. We say, you know what, where can we get one global movement garden, or where can we get a little farmland very cheap, because I'm sure there are places that they're selling cheap farmland. We extend one global movement everywhere in the world, where we are there because we want to make sure that we are able to supervise, and then in so doing we are also giving jobs to women, single mothers in particular, and these young people, and then also teach them how to do things and to plant seeds for themselves. But love and generosity restores everything. It restores everything. Feed a child today in whatever way you can through Give to the Max. And we're going to continue. And I'm sure Give to the Max is going to open. I'm going to send them an email because this is a new something for me. And thank God for my mentor. She herself was the first person to donate to Give to the Max for One Global Movement on here. And she really walked me through this thing. As we know, I'm learning, and we all are learning this new technology, but it's going to get better and better. And so when you lift a mother, remember you are lifting an entire generation. Think about lifting a mother, not just me and Melanie. Think about the mother that is sitting there with no food to put on the table, or to even sit on a mat, because we used to eat on a mat. The table doesn't mean anything to us, you know. No, we don't. We just eat. We eat food. We don't eat breakfast, lunch, or supper. We eat because it is food, and we eat, and it is so good. We eat together. Just think about that. When you lift a mother, you lift an entire generation. Your gift will help women build small businesses while also taking care of their children. And those small businesses will enhance the future. So poverty is a circle. We know that. Poverty is a circle that can be defeated when you say yes, but it can also be stopped because we have the resources. It's our heart. Let's search within us and think about it. Even if we don't know, because the world tells us differently, somebody must have done something in your life. And we are all called to speak for those who cannot speak for themselves. It's not just speaking. You're speaking with tangible words that come from your heart that can really inspire hope in children, people, and young women and families. Families that have been neglected, not because of somebody chooses to do that, but because society has neglected this family in terms of food, in terms of clothing, in terms of whatever basic necessities. They neglect them intentionally for greed, for power, for whatever. And we don't want to do that. We see that because it starts from the home. Some homes intentionally. I was a neglected child by a biological father. And think about if I was not here today. And I think about those that went through the same ordeal like me, they're not here today. That is why giving is so important to me and to all of us here. Like we said, leaders are not born, they are supported. If you don't support a child, how would that child learn and also become a good leader? So let us take action. Today, One Global Movement is built on action, not just speaking. That's why we have those programs that are being run, the Five Chicks per Child program. Sorry, the five chicks per child program. We have the seeds program. Those are the two programs that are going on right now. And watermelon distribution program. Maybe we should create a Facebook page for some kind. Some you will have those ideas. We just create like more than two One Global Movement Facebook pages, because people will resonate with those different things, and then that can spur something within them. So together we can transform lives. One Global Movement is fueled by love and action, and together we can transform lives. And Sister Melanie, I will not be able to even stay until 12 midnight because it's been I haven't slept well, So
What?
your kindness becomes someone's miracle. Yes. Miracle, God performs miracle, but we are co-creators with God, and we can perform those same miracle because He has given us that those miracles within us, that we can awaken them and begin to do them. So bring joy to a child today and donate whatever you can. If you can't give finances, like we say, you can donate in different ways. A book, maybe a backpack, maybe something. Whatever you donate stays in your community. We just need to know, because as we move along, as we keep growing, we're going to build we call like port in different communities around the world where we are with the Staunch One Global Movement, so that when anything is donated in that from that society, it stays in that society to help, because help is needed everywhere in the world, including North America, including me here. I see people on the streets begging. They're begging for food. Say, ma'am, can you help me eat something? Sometimes I buy bananas from the store because I know that they're always around the store. When I get out, I give it to them. I give like $5 or so. I say, go and use it to buy something. Sometimes I go with coats. Now I will buy different coats. I go and then I take the coats to them, because some of them are so cold. There is nothing that they can wear during this cold season. So today is the day. Let's rise together. Let's lift children together. Let's break poverty together, and let us build hope together. Make your gift to give to the max today, and let us continue to do that. Do not underestimate what your gift is, so long as it's coming from your heart. Let us give today. Okay, Sister Melanie, do you have anything else?
No, just as you round it up, like it says in the beginning, let us open up our hearts and we give. When we give love, we extend to our brothers and sisters all over, and we all have a smile. We make everyone happy. Each one of us will be happy at heart and
Mhm.
happy in spirit. And then, the world will become a better place.
Certainly,
We
certainly.
want
Thank
the world to be better.
Yes,
That's
well,
it.
and it's getting better. With us here, it's getting better. And we really thank us for coming together, and the person who initiated this in the world. And thanks to those that are donating from outside. Some people try to call me. Can you imagine they are donating all the way from India? I saw
Oh,
that. Yes. And some people from Cameroon, they were trying to call, because people can call while we are on here. We answer those calls. So next year, we're going to make it even better, so that as we are on here, we are receiving calls. You're also, your people are calling you, mine are calling me. We are all here. That is the way I'm learning to from KTIS. This is such a beautiful thing. As I'm talking, their donation is going on right now as I'm talking. So it's a beautiful thing. So let us, help a mother uplift her child or her children. Let us help a mother learn, even if it is to learn under the baobab tree. Let them learn under that baobab tree. I used to learn under a tree, or even in the moonlight, because we didn't have electricity. We'll go under the moonlight. It's so glaring. You can see and
yeah.
you read. We can do that, and you're reading with nature. Imagine just God blessing you from heaven as you're reading your book under that tree. So this is very important. So let us help give to the max. And like we say, this is how we're going to continue to do things. And then God will open our eyes and our hearts to see other better ways as we keep learning and moving forward for the rest of our lives, at least for me, for the rest of my life. And I know that my beautiful sisters here is the same. So thank you guys so much for today. And I will let you say the final word. And we thank the audience here. At least I'll mention the names of the audience. Yeah. Okay, let us. Cynthia Daring, thank you so much, my beautiful sister, for being here. We highly appreciate you. And thanks to our Honorable Managing Director, Mr. John Barilla, we highly appreciate you for all you do for children around the globe. Thank you so much. And thank you, beautiful sister, for helping me here on the stage. You know, I woke up from sleep because I was taking a little nap. And oh my God, the time is gone. Ah, okay, let's go down here. And it's all of our. Did I see? I see our beautiful sister Sharon was here with us twice in the morning, once in the morning and in the afternoon. And thank you so much. Sister Yvonne was also here in the morning. We highly appreciate everyone. But let us continue. When you take good care of yourself, then you're going to take good care of other people. I am just on my way home. That's okay, Sister Sharon. Thank you so much for even tuning in. We highly appreciate you. And we have Kantravat. Thank you so much for being with us here. If I don't pronounce your name well, next time I'll do better. Like John just pronounced it here. Kantra. Thank you so much, John. And here again, this is the link. If you want to grab it, that would be very nice. That will be the link for today. And let me see who else is.
Deborah Long.
Okay, Deborah. Hello, Deborah. How are you, sister? Thank you so much for being here on Give to the Max and Give to One Global Movement. We highly appreciate you. I promise you we're going to do better next year because this thing was introduced to me just 2 weeks ago. I was even so overwhelmed. I'm like, what am I going to do? What am I supposed to do? But my mentor directed me. They created a website for One Global Movement, and everything goes to that website, and it's very secured because they don't disburse the resources into any private account because the government monitors this. And so we're going to know what was given, and then we see where we can start. What can we use it on to start moving forward to grow even better? We're going to have a meeting and discuss that. And we have
Rosa Heb.
Razahab, how are you, sir? Thank you so much from India. Good morning. Maybe it's a good morning from your end there. Thank you so much for being here. We highly, highly appreciate you. Again, thank you, John, for putting the link. That is the link. Thank you guys so much for being here today to Give to the Max. We highly appreciate each and every one of you today for taking the time to be here up to 3 times a day. That is wonderful. That's marvelous. We pray that God will continue to bless and increase us so that we can continue to do the work that He has assigned us to do in the world. Thank you, guys. We love you all. See you tomorrow, Friday. Bye-bye.
Bye, Sister Yvonne. Have a good night.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.